Hey, Shalom. Before I continue with this lesson, I want to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopefully elect. I'm the brother lawyer, and I teach at the Great Millstone National Camp. Come back with a quick lesson. And this lesson will be entitled, No Peace or No More Peace. And so this was an article I came across. Forgot what I was looking up. But yeah, so it was an article from RussiaMatters.org, March 7th, 2025, in which, of course it was some months ago, but it's like I'm dealing with allergies. But I ain't never seen this article, and so let's go right into it. And really the title, speaks volumes. Because really, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't really read the article, but the headline stuck out. And I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna do a lesson on this real quick. So it says, the era of peace is gone. Dmitro Kuleba delivers 2025 Lamont lecture. And so he's right. That time of peace is gone. And peace is being taken from the earth. And so let me pull that up real quick. Yeah, so peace is being taken from the earth, because really we at the end of a society. We at the end of an age, an eon. We're at the end of Esau Edom ruling, So yeah, there's no more peace. So let me get the Ecclesiastes 3. All right, this is Ecclesiastes 3. It says to every, well, is it in here? Yep, there you go. It says to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh. And so you got, different times. Right now we at the time of this. A time, well, I don't want to read that. I want to start right there. As a matter of fact, I am going to start right there because love is gone. Ooh, let me see that. The time of love is gone. So, all right. So before I had to pull that up. So I'm going to go right back to Ecclesiastes. He says, verse, I believe this is verse 9 or 8. I got a different version. Bro, not a different version, but a different website. And it didn't give me the well, it's the King James, but I don't like how it didn't show no numbers. That's what I'm trying to say. Like the verses. So yeah, verse 8. Yep. It says a time to love. So Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. It says a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. And so we're in the time of war. We're not in the time of peace anymore. When it was peaceful, it's because certain prophecies had to play out. Certain things had to happen. The Israelites had to wake up, and be taught. That wasn't happening there. So like, that wasn't happening, at one point. Not then, but yeah, that didn't happen. Now, you did have our apostles and elders that have been out on highways and byways for a while. But what I'm actually trying to say is that the internet is what pushed everything out. The majority of us, we didn't wake up, but the Lord woke us up. But we woke up around watching the videos on the internet. It wasn't around the actual apostles and elders. Some brothers were, if they was in the city. But other than that, It's via the internet, the unicorn, like how it talks about in Job. But anyway, yeah, we're not in a time of peace. And so what I say, it said a time to love. Well, what about this? Matthew 24:12, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall the love of many shall wax cold. And so you see that the love of many is waxing cold, because we're in dark times. It's going to be a time of what? No other. It's going to be so bad that Michael's going to have to stand up, for the elect, the 1/3. And let me get this, because he said we're not in a time of peace. So Revelation 6 and let's talk about the Lord. So we're gonna start at open the second seal, and I heard the second beast. So this is verse 4, Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. And so this is Esau Edom, that red horse, and he's stripping peace from the earth. So this is what's playing out. And it said that they should kill one another. So you're gonna have people the fight, one another. Let me get that. All right, this is Second Esdras 6. Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna start at 3. It says let's start at 21. Well, no, I'm sorry. No, 22. It says, and suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown, the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. That's going into, food. They're going to be found empty. It says, and the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth it, they shall be suddenly afraid. And really, we're blowing that alarm too. We're blowing that trumpet to warn you that the evil is coming. But many ain't taking heed. Verse 24, and at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies. Why? Because their storehouse became empty. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run. And so that's going into a famine. So you're going to have people fighting one another. Why? Because it's red horse. Esau Edom, bringing forth these different policies. Or really, they're not even, I won't really say, well, yeah, he's using policies, to bring forth draconian measures. But, he wants to start his own enterprise, NWO. So this has to happen. And he knows that he has but a short time to do this. He has a short time to rule. But he's so prideful because he know the prophecies. He still think he's going to accomplish what he please. No, them days is over with. Because really, this peace, there's no peace that's happening. It's to the wicked. It's to the wicked 2/3 and to Esau Edom. Because, as brothers, a few sisters that actually believe, we're at peace. Because we know who we are. We know the end, it is coming. And we know that we got next. So that brings us peace. Now we do be worried about the enemy coming in, to wrap us up or whatever. We're in the flesh. But other than that, we're at peace. So Isaiah 48:22 says, "There is no peace, said the Lord, unto the wicked." So what's getting ready to happen? Like I said, like I stated, is happening to the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. But we know the wicked is really Esau Edom, and so he ain't got no peace. Hell, you even see that today. You got a lot of homeless Edomites. Well, he's Jake. Not everybody Jake. Not all of them. Hell no. But yeah, you see it. A lot of homelessness going on. They're on the same playing field, so to speak. As with money. With Jake, or Jake might be doing a little bit better than certain Edomites. And to be honest with you, I see Jake down bad, but I see more Jake's doing all right to Esau because I ain't trying to make this too long, but Jake can handle the grunt of things. Esau can't handle anything unless they Israelites, But Jake can be in the hood, or in a really down bad state and still manage. But anyway, going off a little bit. But yeah, so peace is being taken, from the wicked because they lived pretty good. They thrived, had their families, but that's being done away with. So let me get one more. You have a lot of Israelites too that push peace. But that's not what's coming. That's a lie. And I mean, it's evident on TV. So let me get this. Jeremiah 6:14. Yeah. It says, "They have healed also the hurt of the daughter of my people slightly, saying, peace, peace, when there is no peace." And that's our people. And you being lied to by these false prophets telling you, it's going to be peace. And it ain't no peace. We're not in the time of that no more. We're in the time of major prophecies kicking off. And then there was one more I was thinking about. Let me get that peace and safety. That's not what I wanted. It was another one, but I'm gonna get that peace and safety real quick. All right, peace and safety. I'm gonna get this and I'll probably close it out. So this is well, shit. Let me get 2. 1 Thessalonians 5:2. It says, "For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night." And it says, "For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And so, like I said, the verse above, "For yourselves know perfectly." So we know due to the prophecies, we on the lookout, about, what's to come, the day of the Lord, World War III, vice versa. We're standing upon our tower. It says, yeah, for when they shall say peace and safety, because they'll say that, oh, it's peace, and that's funny because Trump did that, with Iran. Basically he was saying, well, after we bomb y'all, now it's peace. But really, destruction had came, and even before he acted on that, he was talking about peace and all this and that, and well, basically with the agreements that he was signing or whatever, dealing with the nuclear stuff, and then other stuff happened. So really, he's just known his line. Esau Edom, they're known as liars, and y'all niggas fall after that, especially you Hebrew Israelites. Goodness gracious. It says, verse 4, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should not overtake you. And so we're not in darkness. We know what's coming. That light, that wisdom have been shined upon us through Yahweh Basham Shah. We got that unction. And so we ain't in darkness. These other guys, they in darkness. And they ain't going to be able to get up out of it unless they the elect of the 1/3. So with that, Lord, with this edifying lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shah, by Hashem, Kakodash. Shalom.